Okay, love bugs, happy 2025. As we enter the New Year's, I want to know what your New Year's resolutions are. So I think 2024 was such a tough year for majority of us that we really didn't resolve to do anything in 2025 but survive. Either way, I hope are resolving to just be a better person, to look better, to feel better, and all of the things. I personally feel like, of course, when I look better, my hair is done, my makeup done, that is the days when I get my whole to-do list on. So I'm striving to go ahead and just pour into myself and make sure I'm looking good and feeling good from the inside out so that I can pour that into the rest of the universe. Today I've teamed up with Yolissa. They sent over this gorgeous pre-styled wig. She's a pre-everything wig, which means she comes with a pre-cut lace, pre-bleached knots, and a pre-plucked hairline. And the icing on the cake to that is that she is a pre-styled wig, which means she came with this beautiful pre-braided style that I could never do on my own. It's so beautiful, professional, and neat. And then to set it off even more, they went ahead and added this beautiful wavy style adorned with the nice highlights. Now this here is my New Year's Eve look. Today is actually December 31st. So this is how I'm bringing in the New Year's at home with my family in the living room. We're making gumbo tonight, and then we're gonna just go ahead and watch movies, apple cider, and just bring it in as a family. And of course, I'm doing it in style. So let me know what you guys think of this one. Of course, I have it linked down below with all of the details. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Happy New Year's Eve, love bugs. Today is the last day of the year, and boy, are we excited. It is a celebration because this year wasn't it for me. Let me know in the comments, was this a good year for you? Because I think everybody is on the same page. But to celebrate the last day of the year and the year being over and going into 2025, I'm gonna go ahead and get cute because of course when you look good, you do what? You feel good. Today I teamed up Yolissa, and you've already seen it in the intro, but we're going for this beautiful wavy pre-braided wig. Now I'm excited because I for sure cannot execute my braids this good and this neat with the perfect parting. And then of course they set it off with a little bit of highlight all around. We have this beautiful wavy texture. It kind of mimics like crimps in a way. Look at that. It's like you almost get seasick. I'm so corny. But this is a pre-everything wig, which is the icing on the cake, because that means not only is the hair pre-braided and pre-styled, you have the pre-styled baby hair as well in the front, but you also get that pre-cut lace, the pre-bleached knots, and then the pre-cut hairline. And then they set it off by kind of using that scallop cut along the hairline so that it gives a little bit more of a camouflage look. When you look at the inside, we're going frontal, so you're giving everything. This is definitely special occasion hair, but I mean you can also pull it off on an everyday basis. But if you have somewhere to be and you really want to really look good, this is the perfect style. Also, when you go into the inside, this is the nape. You have your comb here as well as adjustable straps, and then you also have your adjustable and removable elastic band. And then to set that off, you do have two combs towards the front. So let's go ahead and adjust the straps, adjust the adjustable elastic band, and get her on because we're cooking some gumbo tonight. Okay, so we got our brown HD wig cap on, looking good. Finally put a fresh one on, finally washed my hair. Can't go into the new year with dirty hair, so we went ahead and shaved and got the hair together, braided it down a little bit. Now we just gotta do our nails and our toes tonight. But yeah, let's go ahead and put the wig on. I almost thought I wasn't recording. Okay, like I said, this is definitely giving she is that girl. She has somewhere to be. I want to look like I got my hair done by a stylist and I don't have the budget, or I just don't like going to the salon. So here is what she looks like from the back. Get a load of the length, get a load of the texture, color combo, as well as the density. She is nice and full. So one thing you can do to get started, this is a frontal, but they did go ahead and like pre-cut like the ear tab. So you have like this piece here. If you go ahead and cut it out and pull it forward, this definitely will work as sideburns. You can kind of like tuck it back in a little bit if you don't really want to like cut it off, if you will. The most important thing to me right now is to take care of those sideburns before we melt the lace. That way everything looks nice and smooth and sleek. So I'm just going to take a little bit of edge control, or a lot, and you take your baby hair brush and you just work that back so it looks nice and smooth. That way it's nice and clean and it blends. And then you do the same exact thing on the opposite side. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and melt the lace. Here's a close-up of the hairline. You guys can see it does fit pretty glueless. The issue is we just want it to melt and look like skin. So I'm gonna pull it all the way back. And you can work in layers or you can just do one layer. Today I'm gonna do one layer and put the lace over top like so. Make sure before it dries that you have it exactly where you want it to sit. If it's too far forward, go ahead and push it back. Don't wait till it dries to decide, oh, it's too far forward. Also, if there's some product, you want to dab off the excess because you don't want that product like sitting on the skin. That most certainly will look super cakey once the wig dries. Because this one fits glueless, I feel like that is good enough. And you guys can see how I was able to apply the layer of product and then put it on, and I don't have to touch it or hold it, and it already feels like melted, if you will. But you can go ahead and add a light second layer. I kind of just work that in. And we are good to go. We're gonna tint the lace, but before we do, we can add the melt belt. Because the hairline is literally on display, I think it'll look really, really, really good to add the melt belt and kind of do a quick little blow dry. So you put the melt belt on top. Okay, so we didn't really dry it like 100% completely, but we did want to go ahead and get in there and just speed up the process. Now we can go in and melt the lace a little bit more by tinting the lace. And I'm going to use shades 15 and 16 per use. For the new year, we are going to try something different. You guys know I'm a creature of habit, so I'm going to stick beside these products as long as they work for me. But, you know, I'm always open to try different things, but usually I go back to the things that already are working. So I'm going to pack in that shade 15 along the parting space, mainly the darker one, because I really wanted to kind of give scalp-like or like a scalp-like finish. And then I'm going to take that shade 16 and pack it along the hairline. Now from here you can add a little bit of powder to set it off. I kind of do want to go in with that darker palette into the parting a little bit. Maybe not everywhere, but just to make sure it's not too bright. And that looks perfect to me. And if you want to add a little bit of powder, this is shade 16, so we can just add a little to see what happens. I feel like this hairline looks super seamless. Okay, so now we are almost done with the look, and we have been able to successfully preserve the end, so I fear we don't have to do too much. Now they did do a beautiful braided style right here, and they kind of like twisted up the end or wrap the end with a little bit of the hair. And then in addition to that, they do have the rubber band. The rubber band is so pronounced, I think I want to pull the rubber bands off, and I may regret this. I don't know if you can see that rubber band there, but it's like the rubber band is like, you know, a normal rubber band, but it kind of like, I feel like it'll just lay a little bit flatter without it. Let's pray I don't regret this step. Maybe let's just use a rat tail comb. I took one off, and yeah, I feel like it has a little bit more movement for some reason when you take that off. We got number 2 off. Be cautious that is how essentially the braids are held together. So if you take that off, be cautious that you are running the risk of, you know, messing up the look. Now the one thing I just realized we never did was we never played with the baby hair. It's so perfect that I didn't even think about touching it. They do have it kind of like, you know, stuck down a little bit. Molded is probably the correct word. Down. So you can either use edge control or maybe even a little bit of mousse. I'm going to try just a little bit of mousse. And then I'm going to take and make sure that everything is covered along the sideburns because I am having it behind the ear. What do you think? Leave it like this or like that? The choice is yours, but obviously I have the option to always move it around need be. And I kind of like it when it kind of has some movement. So maybe I did do too much on this one. You don't want it like the perfect swoop and like the perfect lay down. And so far I love the way this looks because they have it pre-styled with like this beautiful wavy texture. I'm not gonna touch that at all. To be honest, I don't even want to like add a serum. I think it looks perfect, and that is the point. Like if you buy a wig that is pre-styled, don't try to go in and pre-style or restyle the pre-style. Leave it as is and it looks absolutely perfect. Let me know in the comments what you think of this one. Before we head out, because I am making gumbo tonight, so it's 5 o'clock. I was supposed to start at 2 o'clock. The Virgo in me is never on time, but this is the packaging from Yolissa. It's the pink with the black with that beautiful logo and a little bit of gold to set it off. Inside, this is the little baggie, of course, that the wig came in, and it lets you know that this is a hair density of 250%, 24 inches in length. Right here. And then inside we did get some goodies. You already see me use the Yolissa melt belt in this video. To set that off, they did give me this hair wrap. And this is supposed to go along your hairline so you can kind of like lay things down and tie things down. And this is perfect to use at night, especially with this pre-styled look. They included a golden scrunchie. We also got a pack of HD wig caps. And then a mint green baby hair brush. And last but most certainly not least, we did go ahead and get the Yolissa dust bag, or yeah, dust bag. This one is perfect for storing your wig. This is supposed to be where your wig lives, whether it's at home in your little wig section storage or even for travel. And then of course it says Yolissa, so you'll know exactly what wig you're working on, so, or what wig it is. So I love this look. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. As we celebrate the new year, this is definitely perfect New Year's hairstyle. She's absolutely beautiful. When it's time to go to the gym for the new year, new me vibes, you can definitely put your hair wrap around the front to go ahead and keep everything intact. If you don't like the baby hair, you can nicely just go ahead and adjust the hairline to make it no baby hair. And yeah, I am absolutely in love. Let me give you a 360 one more time. But this one I didn't brush it out or comb it out too much, simply because again, we want to preserve the style. We don't want to interrupt it too much. It's enough of the highlight in the front to really give you that va-va-voom and that flare, but not too much to kind of like overshadow, you know, the classiness of it all. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Of course, I have this one linked down below with all the details. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the new year, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches.